Okay, guys, I definitely thought about the longer trailer, and I felt like you guys deserved a much more detailed trailer than just my typical 7-second thing, so I figured why not. But anyway, more to the point. This is going to be a theory, well, not a theory, more of an assumption, because I feel like this is an animated film that is a potential of happening and potentially being the biggest, maybe not the biggest, DC animated movie. So let's get right to that. So to start off, as we all know, out of every Robin we have seen in the DC animated movie universe, we've seen all of them except Tim Drake. Now, to be completely honest, the only time that we've actually seen any real, I would say, brother sibling rivalry, we've seen Nightwing and Jason Todd in Under the Red Hood, and then we saw Nightwing with Damian in Son of Batman, both in 2010 and 2014 respectively. But what's really necessary at this point, I feel like the Batman family is a really amazing concept, and even if they decide to make it original or buy the comics, I feel like it would be a film worth watching. Now, the reason I say that is because a lot of members of the Batman family have appeared in a couple of animated movies in the last, I would say, 3 years now. We had Batgirl in Batman: The Killing Joke. We had Batwoman and Batwing appear in Batman: Bad Blood, both in 2016 respectively. But to think about it like this, I feel like the only real reason that I think it's going to be a large cause and effect, because say if it, for example, they do decide to bring Batwing, Batwoman, Batgirl, and Cassandra Cain, and they bring them, and then they reintroduce Red Hood, and then they reintroduce Red Robin and all that. I feel like it would have to be a pretty serious enemy for the Bat family to actually, be brought together. And for example, like in the comics, we know that Alfred is a retired CIA agent, and for the fact that although Alfred gave up his life as a CIA agent, should this threat be as serious as it may be, this would probably make him want to come out of retirement and then, join the Bat family, as since he was already a member of the Bat family to start with. But you get my meaning. Now, in all honesty, I feel like this film would be perfectly fit for the DC animated universe, because not only are there plenty of characters within the Batman universe that have the ability, the finances, and the physical capabilities of making this happen. So aside from not only being one of comics' first superhero to have a record like his, and then raise like 5 kids, and is currently raising his youngest kid, well, his biological child, and then so forth with Terry McGinnis and all that good stuff. But that just makes it seem like this could be a very well put together animated film if they get the right writers and the right producers for it. I mean, who knows, if there is a Batman, I'm gonna just say a title off the top of my head, a Batman Family Affair movie, like, or some title like that, I feel like the only enemy that would actually pose a threat to Batman and the other Batman family members would probably be the Court of Owls. Now, if you haven't heard of the Court of Owls, I will put the link in the description, and in the comic that they appeared in. I mean, in the description. But basically, what I'm saying is that there's a lot of concepts that could include the Batman family, you know, but for the fact that not only are there heroes, there are villains included in the Batman family, such as the anti-hero recently turned villain Azrael, and then you have Catwoman, who recently went from villain to anti-hero. And what else? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, that's pretty much it. You got a whole bunch. You got a whole bunch of stuff that they could use. They got plenty of concepts. They got plenty of in-vault work that they haven't used, and I feel like that's perfect. You know, this would be a perfect way for not only to get everyone a view of the characters that were although involved with Batman and how their development is when they get away from Batman. Because as we all know, we've seen how Nightwing turned out. We've seen how Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian, Cassandra, Barbara, and all of them, how all of their events, even though they are technically still associated with Batman, they still have a large amount of training and skill to get away from Batman. So I figured, why is an animated movie not in the works? Who knows? Maybe this is something DC's working on. Maybe it's not. But like I said, this is a potential title video. So I just wanted to express my opinion on this one. So with that, guys, I'm glad you stuck around to watch, and I hope you guys subscribe, enjoy, and then follow me in the links below. So I'll see you guys next time.